right, my journey of plant-based eating started in 2016. I started doing a bunch of research on eating plants and less consumption of dairy and meat. And so I watched all these amazing videos and just really started educating myself on benefits of eating plants, eating food that comes from the earth. And when doing so, there's so many amazing results. You know, I don't eat processed food. I eat very, very simple. And really my palate has changed so much, so I don't even crave things. I always tell people when they're interested in going plant-based that it's important to really look at this and say, okay, how much processed food are we eating? How much stuff is just cravings? And if you can overcome those kind of cravings, then you don't crave those kind of foods. There's just so many foods out there that are, yes, delicious, but are not nutrient dense. And I really went into this journey of looking at healing my body and giving it so many nutrients and giving it so much fiber that it just is happy. And so I encourage you, if you haven't educated yourself on eating plant-based, that you do, because there are so many benefits of eating plant-based, eating food that is created from the earth. So for me, plant-based eating is not about just a temporary thing. I've been doing it for a long period of time, and it's very sustainable. And another question I always get is, it's gonna be so hard to eat out. Well, the thing is restaurants can accommodate if you ask them. Restaurants can leave out certain things if you request it. So, you know, there's really not a lot of roadblocks anymore for plant-based eating, because there are so many people that are actually doing it now. Even like 4 years ago, it was not as many people doing it, but people are seeing the benefits and are transitioning. And you know, there's even like meatless Mondays, right? There's just certain things that you can do. You don't have to do it all the way, but there are certain things that you can start doing today that will make you feel healthier and vibrant. And like for me, I have more energy. I don't even drink a lot of coffee anymore. I have 1 cup of coffee in the morning, and then I have decaf tea throughout the day. So it is definitely doable, and I would love for you to try it out and then DM me below and let me know how it goes. I do think that if you transition into a plant-based lifestyle, that you will see remarkable changes in such a short amount of time, and that's really the beauty of eating plant-based. So when I talk about plant-based, I mean eating potatoes, rice, sweet potatoes, legumes. There are just so many different varieties of beans. It's fruits, it's vegetables, it's things that we grow in and on the earth. And there's so many delicious seasonings that you can use. There are so many dressings that you can use. One part of my plant-based eating, and it doesn't, not everybody follows this, is I also eat no oil. So I do not add any oil, and that's why I have that beautiful pan, is because it's nonstick, so I don't need oil, and it's a huge plus. I make veggies every morning for breakfast, and I use frozen organic mushrooms. We'll get this started. I make this very easy. I just get this sauteing. And this is my Our-Place pan. I absolutely love it. I put this in about a really high heat at the very beginning, and then I'm gonna add in my bell peppers and spinach. And this is literally what I have for breakfast every morning. I sometimes will put in zucchini, so just kind of whatever I'm kind of in the mood for. Now that that's simmering, I'm going to add in my bell peppers. I love these sweet ones, the small ones. And get that cooking. some zucchini from my garden. I have so much of it. So I will get that going. And why not add in some carrots? Make it really colorful. Now it's time for the spinach. And I usually only have this on for about 1 minute because I don't want it too soggy. And here is the final product. So on the weekends, I meal prep, and this is one of my meal preps, my sweet potatoes. I call them my sweeties. I literally baked them, roasted them, so good. Woo, can't wait to eat these. So one thing that I always prep for the week is tea. So I went and put my caffeine-free chai tea in there, and then I add the hot water, and then I let it seep in there for a period of time, and then I have my tea ready for the week. Ta-da! So I get asked, what do I eat in a typical day? So I always find that it is really a good idea to get in vegetables early in the morning so that you're not having to make up for it later. So I eat 1 pound to 2 pounds of veggies in the morning. I know it seems like a lot, but once you just get in the routine, your body actually craves veggies. It's pretty amazing. And then I also have oatmeal with non-dairy milk and a mashed banana. So I literally keep breakfast simple every single day, and I almost eat really the same thing. I switch in different vegetables with my sauteed stir fry that I do in the morning. For lunch, I do some type of rice or potato with veggies, and add in some like really nice seasonings or sauces, which I absolutely love. And then dinner is about the same thing, veggies and a starch, and I'll sometimes like add beans or lentils on the top of my food. So good. There's just so many amazing things. I also will make soups every once in a while. So I recently made a cauliflower bisque soup with non-dairy milk, and it was delicious. One of my favorite dressings is the maple syrup, Dijon mustard, and coconut aminos. There's just so many good dressings out there. And then for a snack, I sometimes will have like a rice cake with hummus on top of it. Delicious with no oil. The hummus has no oil. And then I eat up to 2 to 3 fruits a day as a snack. I literally think they're like nature's candy. Like right now, it's summer in Phoenix, and the peaches. Let's just talk about the peaches for a minute. They are so good. They're like ripe within 2 days of going to the grocery store. I love sweet potatoes, so I bake my sweet potatoes, and then I'll even eat those as like a little snack. These foods are just simple, but you can make them so decadent, and they taste so good. And that's really one of the main reasons why I decided to have my own garden, is so that I can be in control of how I grow my items. Like right now, I have apples. They're really, really good. I'm getting like 1 to 3 zucchinis a week from my garden. So I just try to like change out my fruits and vegetables based on the season. I also do buy frozen veggies, because I do think that they're really, really just easy and simple, and they last for a really long time. I do mostly buy all organic produce, and that's just something that I do. That doesn't mean that you have to do it, but it's just something that is important to me. If you don't want to buy organic, just look at the Dirty Dozen. I think there's like 12 or 15 items that you should buy organic. Kind of a good rule of thumb is if you're going to eat the outside of the fruit or vegetable, you should have it organic. If you're going to eat the inside, maybe you don't need to. Just a little tip there. I thought it would be a good time to do a tour of my kitchen, the kitchen I absolutely love. So I have my cutting board, I have my pan always there. And from my viewpoint right now is the bar area and my built-in wine fridge. Gotta have the Keurig. I have my bread, and we add tortillas in here. My fruit bowl, I always have a ton of bananas, and my compost bin, and my cutting boards. But I'm really excited about my new cutting board here that I just recently got. I thought it was a nice addition to the kitchen. It's big, I'm always cutting up vegetables, so I thought it would be a really nice addition to the kitchen. All right, here's the inside of my fridge, all different options. My husband is not plant-based, and so there are going to be different things in here that he eats. So why not do a fridge tour? I got a bunch of hummus there. I make my own vinegar cucumbers that turn into pickles and onions, and I have my pre-made oatmeal, yum. I made some gravy this week for some mashed potatoes. And then this next shelf, I cook my potatoes, so regular potatoes on the left, sweet potatoes on the right. I have in front here some refried beans with no oil. I have the cauliflower bisque that I was mentioning, and a bunch of potatoes there. I have a bunch of shredded cabbage and carrots, and then I cut up my veggies here. I have beets and some fruit. And then here I have my lettuce, yum. Hopefully this video was helpful. Thanks for coming along on this journey all about plant-based eating and why it's important to me. And for me, I've been able to see so many amazing changes, not only losing weight, but also maintaining my weight. My skin feels good, I have less breakouts. I just overall feel really good in my skin.